Google Corporation, and the reason I selected Google is because Google run many other companies. They have many segments, so this way kind of make the example a little bit realistic. Reported the following operating results or net loss from its component for year ended December 31st. So Google has Google Search, Google Maps, Google Ads, YouTube, and Google Cloud. I just made up these numbers, so don't think these are the actual numbers for any particular period or anything. They don't reflect anything. Now they want you to compute what is reportable segment based on the operating result of the company. So we have to look at the operating result of the company. What does that mean? It means we have to look at their profit and loss. Simply put, we have to look at this measurement. We have to determine first the absolute amount of its profit or loss. Okay, combine operating profit of all segments that did not incur a loss and combine all losses of the operating segment that did not report a loss. That did report a loss, sorry. So we have to separate the losses from the gains. So let's do that first. We're going to have a profit column, so we have to determine a profit column and a loss column. Okay, so we have to kind of keep the profit together, the losses together, add them up first. So, and we don't use the consolidated amount, we use the component profit and loss. For the profit and loss, you would use the component. Remember this. So they're trying to trick you here to add the elimination and the consolidation. For the Google search, they have 2,150,000. Google Maps, 300,000. Google Ads, a loss of 1.8 million. That's a loss column. YouTube, a profit of 800,000. And Google Cloud, a loss of 200,000. Let's start with losses. All the losses equal to a million. I'm sorry, 2 million, not million, 2 million. So this is what we do first. Add up all the losses. Now we're going to add up all the gain. So we have, that's 800,000, 1.1 million. So we're looking at 3,250,000. First, you have to choose the greater of these two. The greater of these two is the profit. So we look at the absolute value. Okay. So if the losses were negative 4 million, we look at the absolute value. Negative 4 million, which is the absolute value of negative 4 million, will be greater than 3.2. So we're gonna use the profit number, which is 3.5 million, and multiply it by 10% to find our threshold. If we take this number multiplied by 10%, the threshold is 325,000. This is the threshold, 325,000. This is the threshold. How did I come up with this? I took the greater of the total profit or the total loss, the absolute value of the greater, which was the profit, multiplied by 10%. Now, the reportable segments are the segments that that exceeds this number. For example, we can take out Google Maps. Google Maps is 300,000. Google Maps is out. Therefore, let's take out Google Maps from all the answers. Google Maps is out, so A is out, B is out, Google Maps. So we still have 2 to go. We're going to include Google Search because it's obviously greater than 325. We're going to include Google Ads. Although Google Ads have 1.8 million of losses, we look at the absolute value. So Google Ads will stay. Google Ads, this is Google Ads. Google Ads will stay. I already found the answer because this one does not have Google Ads. So the answer is D, but let's make sure. So we finished Google Ads. YouTube, 800,000. YouTube is included. YouTube is included. And the cloud is 200,000 of losses. It's less, the absolute value is 200,000. It's less than 325. As I thought, D is the answer. So we're going to include Google Search as a separate component, Google Ads, and YouTube. I know that the names of the companies are a little bit difficult to follow here, but I chose these companies kind of to make you understand the concept as well. And this is what I do. I try to explain these concepts. Obviously, I explained the whole thing, segment reporting, but this is just an example to show you how it's illustrated. Now, don't think that's the only thing you need to know about segment reporting. There's other tests you need to be aware of, but this is what a typical CPA questions might ask about.
Want to see more CPA exam multiple choice questions solved step by step? At farhatlectures.com, you will get hundreds of video solved MCQs step by step, including previously released AI CPA questions, previously released AI CPA simulation, in-depth lectures and resources to prepare for the CPA exam, AI tools that's going to help you study smarter, not harder, CPA exam podcast lessons where you can learn on the go. And also you will get the personal guidance of support of Farhat and his team. If you are serious about passing the CPA exam, this is your next step. Visit the website farhatlectures.com, start your free trial, and I hope to see you on the website.